Gyakie, welcome. Good morning and congratulations.
Thank you. Good morning.
I know I owe an unqualified apology, but we're going to make it up to you. Like, I am going to make it up to you. So
you have a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do. Granted. Bouquet of flowers, chocolates, and
money.
Oh, I was going to say.
That should be number one, actually.
It has been the root of all evil for many years.
We want the soil. Not only the soil.
Wow.
It sure has been the root of all evil. But again, congratulations, because it's a brand new album being birthed. What's the title of the album again?
After Midnight.
After Midnight. Yes. There's a lot of things that's going to be happening after midnight.
Thank you very much.
I mean,
thank you.
We'll be coming to the whys and what went into it and everything, but we're proud of you.
Thank you.
And I keep saying that I go back to that day at Pent, the Pent Hall week 2 years ago when she stepped on stage, because the crowd and how the people were vibing. It was last 2 years.
Was it last year? No.
It was last year.
Really?
Pent?
Yeah.
24?
When we did Pent.
Yeah, last year.
It was last year.
Oh, yeah.
It's only been one Pent after.
People they marry the time they go there.
Yeah, it was last year. It was last year. Last year, June, May thereabouts. Yeah. And I was like, you have so much love, but you hardly come out on stage and people see you. Is there a reason why you do that?
Actually,
very selective on.
Yes and no.
Okay.
If I'm supposed to highlight the last 3 years, I really went
off the
silent
grid
because of the album. Yeah, but I mean, when I have to pop outside, I'm always outside.
They say that artists sometimes, when because of management decisions, they are in preparation for such, or they are stopped from engaging in certain things. There's also a bit of a mental health conversation on there. Now, not mental health in the sense that you see your fellow artists releasing music and putting it out there, and here you are, you're stuck, releasing, like you're there. Did you go through any moments of like worry 3 years knowing that you didn't have to engage much but be working on an album and concerned about what people are going to be saying?
No, because I knew what we were working on. Like, I knew that because we're taking time to do it well, when it comes out, it's going to be amazing. I mean, if you're taking so much time to bring out a project, it means you need to make sure what you are bringing out is the best.
Yes.
You cannot bring it out and then the people are like, oh, dude, this is what you've been working on for 3 years. So because I knew what we were doing and what we had in the vault, I really wasn't worried at all.
Again, touching, I want to throw back the conversation to the making of Gyakie. We've discussed that before, but we'll take it again. But in the energy put into this album, what was the direction? What were you looking for? What are you looking for for people to come out? Oh yeah, trust the team to work it out, and that's Kim Promise. And I'm watching that on a different screen.
One of my top favorite
performances.
It makes it to my list of top performances I've had. Yeah, it was. I think also because they didn't know I was coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me just take a few minutes to just tease the crowd with this, not the crowd, I beg your pardon, the viewers and the listeners with this. Check out what we were talking about when Gyakie stepped on the stage. They said the MC was me. They jump past that. He said, "No, but you see, but how does that make you feel, considering the journey that you've been on? And you saw the guys that were singing, like you go like, okay, she's a female artist. You should have a lot more females vibing to it. But no, the guy was singing like baby, holding his phone. And when you look in that in totality, how does it really, really, really make you feel?
I feel so proud of myself. I always mention that I wasn't part of the artists who knew they were going to be musicians in the future. It wasn't on my.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't ever know I was going to be an artist. So
digress, please.
Realizing everything. I mean, I loved music.
Okay.
I loved entertainment. When I was on campus, it wasn't in my books that I'll actually go into the studio.
Which campus, UG?
No, KNUST.
Say it louder, please.
I went to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and I studied international business.
Thank you very much. For those who don't know that, I keep telling you that KNUST is the best university.
Okay. But the rest of us went to University of Ghana.
Oh, the three of you?
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie. Charlie.
Well,
so it's 3 against 2.
Well, no worries. Next time when you come back, just choose right. It's fine. I agree.
Think about it.
Yeah. It wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah, it wasn't part of the plan. It wasn't at all. But
so when did they enter the plan?
That was on campus when I bumped into a friend who had a mutual friend that was a producer. I was on break from class, and then I wanted to go and wait for my next class because I wasn't staying on campus. I go to school from the house. So now, initially, I was going to go to one of my friend's place. She's the person I go to be at whenever I'm done with class. So now I met this guy friend, and then he was with my producer who has also produced some of the songs on the album. They were together. So I was like, oh, let me come and say hi to you guys where you're staying. So I went to their hostel. I saw microphones on there, and then out of curiosity, I was like, what do you guys like? Obviously, they record, but I asked, I was like, what do you guys do here? And then he said, oh, we make some music, like sometimes after class. So I just told the guy, I was like, you know what, send me some beats and let me listen. And then he sent me the beats. I was home. I remember I was doing my assignment, and I was listening to the beats, and it was right there that I even realized that I could write music.
Wait, hold up. Gyakie, your father is a musician. You didn't engage much, in father's line.
I didn't think that
you would.
I have a good voice and I could create music. Do you understand? I didn't pay attention to it at all.
Was he surprised when you went into
maybe
studio?
I'd say he was surprised with the bold step I took, because I recorded the song without telling none of them. I recorded it on campus, and I'm from a very strict home, so it's like, oh, you're growing wings, aren't you? So that was the shock. But I think they kind of knew it's possible because of how much I loved anything music. I'll be there. Like, I'll be present. I love music. I love entertainment. So they weren't surprised, but it's just the bold step I took to want to do it myself and embark on the journey without my dad being really into it as much.
What song did you record? Sorry, ladies first.
So after taking this bold step, I think that I had a conversation, an interview where you talked about people, saying you're a Nepo baby and all of that, right? Now, also because your dad made music is why some people will say that. But being that you have also started, you started even without him knowing, right?
Yeah.
How would you say he has held your hand throughout your music making journey?
I think he has really been more of a father in my life. So everything a dad will actually look out for in their female child. I'm using female because of how tricky some things could get with the girl child. So he was very strict. Anytime I'm going anywhere, there's always that you need to give the information and all that. So now when I got into music, when I record a song or when I record songs, I play it to him. He tells me what he thinks about it. Sometimes he would send me videos of my stage performances. Oh, next time, let the drummer put this kick. I don't like the way the piano was sounding, because he really likes live band. So that one, he would give me all the critics and the breakdowns. And I think that was the role he was playing behind the scenes, because he came to accept that this girl really wants to do it by herself. Just do it if you want to do it by yourself. But behind the scenes, he was really.
Has it been difficult separating the two, the daddy at home who you laugh and have fun with, who advises you, and the artist who criticizes you for doing this and not doing that? In terms of the relationship, how's that developed? And back to the difficulty or the making it easier, so to speak. How's that relationship grown?
Yeah, I remember when I was in primary, I think nursery, primary school, I never understood what my teachers and the people who were huge fans of his music, I never understood what they were seeing at that time, because I was a baby. And they would see him and they would give him all the fans and all of that. But I'm like, that's my dad. That's my dad. But when I would say when I was about to graduate junior high school into secondary school, I was actually intentionally doing research on my dad on the internet. Okay, Nane Champo, okay, he's done this, he's done that, okay, right. Yeah. He's actually, I now started getting really interested and invested in his entire craft, so that was when sometimes I would see him as my dad, and sometimes I would actually see him as the artist. I could bump into him in the house and be like, oh, we have a superstar in the house. I was now seeing it more because I was growing. And then right now I feel really proud to have him as my dad, because it has really added some solid, icing on the cake for me. It has, the work he has done is like that
The
water
foundation?
that is, how do they call it, sailing your ship, or how do they call it?
Sailing a ship.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm lucky, I'm proud, I'm fortunate, I'm everything.
Yes, you are. Now, the duality of him playing father and artist to you, and for you as well, playing daughter and artist, would you say that you have had a proper music masterclass beyond he feeding into your performances, or maybe what the live band is doing, or maybe what the band is doing when you are performing? Because these are people we say need to document.
I'm sorry, but why do I get a feeling like his dad is featured on the album?
Is your dad featured on the album?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
If you came for the listening, you would have known.
I'm also asking because I'm also asking because now people say that we should document, the works that our legends have done and all of that. That's why I'm asking if you have gotten any, proper masterclass, and if there are any plans in the works, because of how proud you say you are of him, right, and of the legacy that he has left. Whether you plan to document his career in any way.
It's actually, I've done something like that before. It just never came out. And I'm planning on doing more, because it would really not be a nice thing that I actually had a legendary being in my space and I never got some good moments of him. So it's one thing that I did it I think 3 years ago, and now I'm gonna do it again. Another thing is, because he's usually in Germany, so we don't really get to be seeing ourselves in person as much, unless he comes to Ghana and all that. But it's one thing that's really top of mind. I mentioned some time ago, we have songs we've also recorded already. We're going to also keep recording more songs, because it's only right. It's only right that we do
How
that.
is time in the studio with your dad like?
Oh, sometimes it's can you please let me think?
I need my privacy,
please. Sometimes, because their style is different from ours. So there's certain things, for instance, when I'm writing music, I take really long to write, and I could be on my phone, I could just be walking around, but I'm creating. I remember there was a time in the studio, he was like, why do you come to the studio and act like you're not serious? You're just sitting there, you're on your phone, you need to be serious. Can you please it's not the same style. So sometimes there's some little, this is not how we used to do it, this is how you used to do it. But dads will always be dads. I think anytime he sees me more. I think my dad sees me more of his daughter than the artist, because he still treats me the same. He still sends me around. He's still everything. Same as my mom.
Don't they all?
Yeah, right? It's they always want to feel like they still have the power, and we just have to make them feel like that. It makes them happy.
I think everything you've said since you've been here has been centered around growth. Coming of age in the music industry, coming of age as a child, as a daughter, and everything. Listen to previous interviews where you mentioned that, and let me mention interviews, and so I wanted to ask previous interviews where you talked about, how you would have rather handled answering certain questions differently, because you felt like you were young at the time. And we can all tell now that there is a certain maturity with which you answer or you respond to questions. So I want to understand, what are some of the lessons or the things that you learned that you think that have helped you, because you definitely find yourself in so many situations like this going forward.
You already look like a very strict math teacher putting out head this morning. Yes. I want to find out from you. I have been able to do your math homework. If not, I will send you to
But I want to know some of the lessons that you've learned as you've come along, and how you've been able to apply them, especially.
I love the question. I actually enjoy talking about growth, because it's a very huge thing that caused a lot of changes in my life. And where do I even start from?
Tell us, we have time.
I think because I was working on the album and I wasn't outside and I was inside, I was really seeing the world from the other point of view.
Okay.
Like, I was now a normal person and I was seeing everything, like the internet, the being an artist. I was now viewing it from that angle. So for that 3 years, I was even telling Miro the other time that when we had the listening and I came out, I was so nervous because I was like, wait, I haven't done this in a long time.
Yeah.
Like right now, the cameras has multiplied. There are so many cameras outside. I'm like, hold on, what is going on right now? You know, so even that one felt new to me now. But when I was indoors, I was learning and I was training and I was preparing myself for what I have coming. Now it's sometimes I sit back and even watch interviews from when I was like starting 2019, 2020, and I'm like what you said. There's certain things I wish I didn't say, but also I like the fact that I'm seeing those videos, and so it's making me appreciate the kind of person I am now and the kind of things I wish I said that I didn't say. And I'm also happy I was indoors for that 3 years most of the time, because maybe if I was outside, I would have done more things that I wish I didn't do. Do you get it?
Yeah.
There's so much that I have learned, like patience, pressure from society, time being so precious. And then how careful you really have to be when you step out of your house now. Right now, the world feels like the world is really being watched by everybody. If there used to be 5 cameras in the world, there's like 50. Everybody is taking a video outside. Everybody is taking a video. So it's like right now, my mind is really on a robot mode.
Charlie, I understand you.
Does it make it difficult being
buying
you?
bread and egg?
No, I'm telling you. I am
UG.
telling you.
It's buying
It
bread and egg
does.
at UG campus. And I just remember I was buying bread and egg.
Oh wait, did you go to Nine Market?
No. At the SRC week, it's cool to buy. It's bread
It's
and egg.
fine.
No. It is fine.
No, it's fine.
It's fine to buy bread and egg. It is very fine. But it's also very
The
fine.
possibility that
to buy
someone will
bread
take a
and egg.
video of
And you
Jay
see,
Foley
it
buying
doesn't.
bread
It's
and
not bad to buy bread and
No.
egg, but it is the position that somebody might put it in.
If we're being real.
Yes, that somebody would then would
Manipulate
and turn.
put
But
us
the one in
in
bread and egg, they jumped so much. It was so good. It was really, really good. So then
And the thing is, it's
so
not-
I
it's
feel
not
what you're
even-
talking about.
I would even say me. I always say the moment people more than your friends and family and the people in your neighborhood can spot you, it doesn't have to be an artist. The fact that people on the internet know your face, you have a problem. You have a problem.
Nicely
Even
put.
you, somebody probably is like they see you here, so they know of
all
you.
the time.
The moment people know you on the internet, you have a problem.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You are not allowed to be a human being.
Which Gyakie have you become now, if you were to describe yourself, in comparison to, during the moment of hibernation? Before that, which Gyakie have you become now? Have you changed in any way?
Yeah, I feel like I listen more than I talk now.
Okay.
And I have really become so patient.
You'll be an amazing wife.
I've become, I think
Heated.
so.
Heated.
I've become so patient. When something is not going well, or when I feel like I'm not doing more than I should, I always believe maybe that is not my time. I've become so patient. I don't even get pissed off anymore. You know, and I think I've come to understand life very much.
And timing, I suppose.
Yes.
3
absolutely.
years again of hibernation in writing this. What and again, I think I asked that earlier on before Lenny's question came in. What did you want to achieve with this album after midnight?
I want a lot of people to tell me what changed emotionally in their lives after listening to the album. Because one, I think one of the core things or the main things I talk about in my songs is love. And I think one of my biggest heartbreak songs is Never Like This. That song was a song that I could tell had a huge impact on the people. Like, I was getting videos and DMs of people talking about their relationships with me. That is the kind of impact I want to have, because my music is for the soul. Majority of the time, the songs I drop, like, I want my music to be the ones where when the guys are closing from work and they are going through a heartbreak, that's the kind of the song they listen to when the girls are putting them through it.
And they are crying.
Yeah, then they
Which
act
is
like
okay.
they are tough, but they get into the
It's
car.
okay for a guy to cry, isn't it?
And they'll put, yeah,
it's okay, Jason.
it's okay too.
It only makes you human.
No.
In your room alone.
Yes.
I want to take you back to KNUST, because now you're doing international business, like literally.
Yeah.
And you studied international business. Is there any way that you apply some of the stuff that you learnt in school? You know, I mean, you definitely have a team, but do you chip in sometimes? Do you, have ideas that you kind of bring on board for them to also apply?
Yeah, 100%. One of the things I realized when I started moving around a lot, because I said I'm from a strict home, it was really home, school, church, home, school, church. We were not like going to a lot
Social.
of places, at all. And when I started music, I started moving around a lot. Not just outside Ghana, but even within Ghana. I was going to places where I never even knew existed. And I was learning a lot of cultures. So many things we learned in school, even about countries and how their trade and everything works. Because I was now going into the countries, I was understanding what I was learning in class more. It's like, it makes you think sometimes we really should kind of have visual things in school. It
Experiential, right?
It shouldn't just be the writing and the chew and pour. So I always tell my younger siblings, like, right now I've become, I'm an advisor. Want some small chance, and I'm advising them, because I always tell them, when you are in school and you are studying, you really shouldn't think you are doing it to pass the exam for the teacher. Or to pass the exam so you can just move on to the next class. You really need to feed your brain with the information you are learning, because it's going to be useful at some point. And that's what I realized. I remember there was a time where I was actually going through my slides from campus. I still have the files on my phone, and now when I read them, it makes so much sense, because it's international business, and
you are doing
I get into meetings and all that, and some conversations I'm like, oh, school is good.
So how involved are you in the business aspect of your career?
I'm really involved. I'm really involved, and I'm glad that I have that knowledge, because I remember there was a point when Forever blew up. I was really contemplating on dropping out.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
music.
I was contemplating. No.
Yeah, she was in school at the time.
Yeah.
Okay, like dropping out of school.
Yeah, because when it peaked, I was in my 3rd year, and imagine, like, peak time.
Wow.
The only good thing, which isn't so good, is that we weren't allowed to go outside because of COVID.
Yeah.
So that entire 2 years of Forever blowing up, I didn't enjoy, like, stage. No, I never performed the song the whole of 2020, 2021.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was really like online. So that was what made the school a little bit easy. But I think if I was playing shows during that time, maybe that decision would have come up for sure, because it would have been too much. I would have to be moving around and all that. But this one, I couldn't perform, I couldn't go anywhere, so I had to be in school.
Yes, I missed out on the album listening, the private album listening.
Thank you for saying.
But the After Midnight title, I want to understand what you were communicating in there. I mean, for an album that would allow us to go back into ourselves, to understand what love might mean for us. I want to understand why you chose those wee hours of the morning after midnight.
Most
beautiful art cover, by the way.
Thank you. And that's the songbird right in front of the moon.
Yes.
But this project was made after midnight. Most of the studio sessions happened after midnight. And that's my favorite part of the day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If not for this interview, I would be sleeping.
Dang.
Oh yeah. I slept very late and then I woke up for the interview. So
Yeah.
I'm really very active at dawn.
After midnight.
And then I am resting during the day.
I'm hoping that the next album then will be Gotham City or Batman.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
such.
Yeah.
But let me talk about this album cover. I always like to give credits to people who create such artistic
Yeah.
impressions. Who's behind this?
Big shouts to Studio Dream for bringing this to life, and my team Flip the Music as well. This was one of I remember this shoot was very long.
Okay.
A long day.
What went into it? Finding the right pose, finding the right costume.
Everything.
It was shot during the day.
And day to night.
Okay.
Yeah, because we also did the trailer.
Oh,
Yeah, which we'll be playing shortly.
Okay.
We'll come to that
we
shortly.
also did the trailer. So I remember we went on set around was it 7 a.m.?
Wow.
And then we left 3 a.m.
So literally after midnight.
Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. So it was a very stressful day, but the outcome was very worth it.
When does this album drop or release?
After Midnight drops on 29th
Okay.
of August 2025. That's what
We will get a chance to,
Midnight.
does it drop after
it
midnight?
drops after midnight. Mhm.
We'll get a chance to review the album later on. We're looking forward to that. But just touching around it a little bit. How many songs I know I was in there. I know. But how many songs are on this album?
17 songs.
17
Yeah.
songs.
17 songs, and that is even us really cutting it down, because I don't really drop singles, so I ended up having so
A
many.
lot.
Yeah.
And this is 3 years of work, right?
Yeah.
So
17.
17.
Wow. Wow. That is a bold.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a lot. But the good thing is the songs are not really is it even a good thing or a bad thing? The songs are not really long, maybe 4
Yeah.
minutes, 3 minutes. So
No, I mean,
you might not remember that you are listening to.
All that.
17
Maybe it's good for
songs.
the time. So if you say it's a good thing, I think I sort of understand, because we
Yeah.
talk about attention span a lot,
Yeah.
right? Where we
Yeah,
say that
unfortunately.
people's attention spans have become
It
shorter,
keeps dwindling.
right? So
Yeah.
I think that it's good for the time.
Yeah.
In this, sorry, Jason, you go. No, you're not a lady. In this,
No, even now I accept it.
in this selection process, how difficult, was it to take what off so that you get the right mix? So sometimes it can get very chaotic in that moment, in
Yeah.
that season.
Yeah, decision making was one of the few things that was also tough on this album, because everything was good. Even the pictures, to pick the pictures was another. Every single step was decision making for the album. So it took a while for us to even come to the conclusion of the 17 songs,
Wow.
because I will probably think that song has to be, and then somebody else probably thinks because it's a team decision
Yeah.
for the number of songs on the album. So that one also took a minute.
Rihanna is been saying she's releasing soon, right? For a very long time. In that 3 years
yes.
as well, there were a lot of people who were anticipating and waiting. Did you get that from people going maybe she's done with music, maybe
Yeah, no, at a point it became personal. They were attacking me in the DMs crazily. If you are not going to drop it, take it. We don't even want it anymore. What's happening? Are you not doing music? But it makes you understand that the people genuinely love your music and your craft,
I mean,
Do you feel like it was a
went
risk
free in,
waiting that long? Did you feel in any way it was a risk waiting that long?
I can say yes and I can also say no, because again, I said I knew what we were doing. It's like a director shooting a Netflix movie and it's going to take years for them to do. If they know how it's going to look, they wouldn't really mind how long it would take, because if it comes out and is good, you'll be able to get the people to dive in. So because I knew what we were making, I wasn't scared. But was it a risky thing to do? For any creative, it's possible, because you've been announcing something you're bringing out for how long? The people will even start getting worried and tired and bored about it. But is it a risky thing to do? For every creative, of course. But if you know what you are making and you know how much work you're putting into it, I think you should be fine.
Because you mentioned putting in work, right? It's interesting to see that the album is ready to be out, is cooked, right? But also another thing that has got people talking a lot is your hair, right? For me, I'm all in for. No, I'm all in for creatives doing. I'm all in for creatives doing whatever they want to do to their outer bodies, right? Yeah. I'm all in for that. But what informed the decision as well? I am looking at it creatively, and I'll say is nice, right? Yeah. But it's not one that we are used to, right? So the decision, is it also part of the album promo or pre-promo for the album, just to also like keep you on top of people's minds and on people's lips and get them?
I'm sorry, just for the boys in the house, what was it before?
No, it's the hairstyle I'm talking about. I mean, she wear wigs, but the style is different.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I should give it a go because it looks like
you want to do this hairstyle?
The tail of a bird.
It's got. Is
that what it is? Is that the inspiration?
Actually, let me actually. I was genuinely shocked at the number of people that actually was confused with the hair, because I thought okay, no, not everybody, but I thought majority of the people or the girls knew what a mullet wig was. But
is that what's called the mullet wig? Yeah. Okay, I wouldn't know. I'm not.
Okay, so it's MULLET.
I think in the 90s or 80s was very popular, like right? Guys used to do
vintage hairstyle, right?
Okay.
And I think it's not really popular over here, but I didn't know. So I mean, I seen a hairstyle, I want to do it, I like it, I do it, and they're telling you we don't like it.
Like Jeffrey buying bread and egg. Minding his business.
So really and truly, it wasn't let me do it so that I will be in the news.
Was it more from the female community? Because for the guys,
female community. So this part is like a pixie, and this side is like a straight hair. So the people who don't know of the hairstyle feel like I have created something weird hairstyle. But this would be a good way to also like make people know. So this is a mullet hairstyle.
But I don't find it weird. I think that it frames your face really nicely because of the pixie in front, and I don't find it.
I can tell you that on behalf of all the male fans we have, we've been cool with everything we've had. Okay, I didn't even take notes.
I guys want to know, is it expensive? Some guys is like, my God, man, look good in this.
That if you're the penny there, you want to ask that question. Right? If you're not buying it there. But I think it's beautiful. I didn't even take notice of of anything such.
Those are some of the things you have to deal with when you are.
But again, for you being an artist and the album, is there any reflection into visuals in terms of what you're supposed to look like or carry, or or Miro didn't fight that?
100%. Everything is intentional, or majority of the things is intentional. There was a point where I had a blue wig, and it was because of the theme of the album. I actually wanted to do this in blue, but I was like, you know what, let me not scare these people just yet. But I might that means it will come in blue. So the theme for the album really is the midnight blue. And we're really trying to focus or make people remember a lot of things that we used to do back in the day. So there's a lot of nostalgia in some of the visuals that will bring out, and I guess the hair that I have on is part now because it was a crazy situation on TikTok. It's coming for me.
If you are disruptive, is better. Listen, there is a trailer to the album, and we are all going to check it out for the first time. For those who were there already, I'm sure they've seen it. You haven't seen, but I'm excited about it. So how about we check out the trailer right about now? Watch it, first time airplay here on 3 Music TV's Culture Daily. About it, tell us all about it. I
just want to say, first of all, a little bird. You see what I did there? Songbird told me that she wakes up like this, but we have confirmation now. Looking like that. I just had to
vibes on vibes.
All right, so there's this little girl. I want to assume that's supposed to be little Gyakie.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about this. Tell us all about this.
Okay, if you look at the images on the wall before baby Gyakie comes in, these are people that have really influenced my sound. I listened to these people growing up and even till now. So you can see the likes of Etta James, you can see Nina Simone, you can see my dad, you can see Asha from Nigeria, on and on and on and on. They are in there. And the dances is really representing my culture.
Immersed herself
creatively, right? When it comes to like dropping music, especially in today's world, times, releases, rollouts, photo shoots all come into play.
Yeah.
So that's the business side. Creatively, at this point in your career, as big as you are, as talking about growing, do you think about reception from the fans, how they receive the music, will they enjoy the music? I mean, we all usually get to a point where, you know,
that's
we
why I
don't
was
care.
asking about people's expectation on the on direction. So now, what will be people's expectation? You know,
how do you think about reception from a creative point of view? Does it bother you? Does it get you excited? Does it make you numb? Like, oh man.
Yeah. It becomes a part of your decision making. The listeners, you know, sometimes when let me say me, when I started and I didn't have a fan base, or I didn't have a lot of people listening to my music, when I was creating, it was mainly entirely what I think is right, what I think I would want to do. But now it's what I like and what I also think the people would like, and I put the two together, you know. So I consider them in the decision making around anything I do before I put it out. It's not just solely me, because they are consuming what I put out. So if I think this would look good and they think this will also look good, how would I be able to put the two together so that I'm happy and they are happy as well? So yeah, I think it's not really worrisome, but I include them in my decision making every time.
Gyakie, this is the first lady. You go first.
This is off the music a bit.
Okay,
so
then this is the first.
music related. You can go.
Sorry, I know there's been a lot of singles. Is it the first official album?
Yeah, I've done 2 EPs and then singles, but this is my debut album.
Wow. Okay. Now I understand why 3 years had to go into this. Yeah, just to get the equation right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you
now,
want to answer my
a couple of
question
weeks.
now, though. Sorry.
That.
Okay. What's your question? Because you asked when we're off air. So.
Yeah.
So he
I
said
was saying I'll pay so
he wants to know how I got the Abosena episode with you.
I mean, because if a business isn't closed,
Yeah.
and then you want to, go, your boss is going to ask you.
Abosena episode with you. Yeah. There is some lines or some lyrics that I get that they just come to me. Yeah. Some of them is not intentional. So Rent Free is part of the songs that I went into the booth and I freestyled, right? So I freestyled, and in the freestyle, the "You Are Living Inside My Head Rent Free" came out of my mouth, right? So now, as I'm writing the whole song, I really can't explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but it came to me.
It just came.
Yeah, it came to me and it came out of my mouth.
Sorry, there's another song that has got a part that people have found their own lyrics to fit it. Is it
Rent Free?
I don't think it's Rent Free.
Why you remember what that is?
Oh,
yeah.
People have been saying,
It's a Sankofa.
The title might even.
Why you remember what that is?
How does that go? Like, wait.
Sing it.
No, I can't remember the exact. But people didn't. No. People were mixing up the part of the song. Like there's something going down. There's a part of the song that people.
You know what I mean. Oh, Pakalamish, you know.
Yes.
Is that what you're
that
asking?
one.
Yeah. Okay.
I know you've explained like a million times.
Yeah.
First time airplay for Jay.
So that was produced by P Prime. We're in the studio. That was a freestyle as well.
Okay, all right.
So when I actually said the Pakalamish as a freestyle, but he told me it means something in one of the Nigerian languages. I don't know if it's Yoruba or Igbo. I don't want to get it mixed up.
Okay.
Yeah, but it actually had a meaning. Right now, as I'm sitting here, I've forgotten. But he told me it had a meaning. So now it just made sense. So it was that word that if I was writing, I would change it and write something else to make it like. But the way I said it in the song, it just like
Made
it made
sense.
sense.
Yeah.
And then him telling me it actually has a meaning in the one of the languages in Nigeria, I was like, okay, then we just go with it.
I want to find out what the feeling was for you
Okay.
after making it to Forbes 30 under 30 a couple of weeks or months ago.
So
This
Forbes
year,
Jersey
'cause
Co.
that is really interesting.
Yeah, it felt like, okay, it's getting there. You know, there is the music, the stage, and then there's Forbes. You know, even for me to be able to sit as a speaker and speak to an audience full of people that really don't play, it's a lot. And I mean, these people probably monitor everything about you before you even like get to speak on there. So it was a big one for me, also because I was a business student, and if maybe I wasn't doing music, I'd be doing something around business, business related. So it made me feel like, okay, this side of me I also enjoy. Like, I enjoy speaking to people, I enjoy having conversations and advising and giving tips and all that. It's another side of me that the more I speak at these summits, the more I get to know that, okay, aside the music, I also like enjoy speaking to people. The Forbes thing is a big one for me. It's one of my highlights of the year, and
Wow.
I've always wanted to be a part of it.
Congratulations on it. Yeah.
Forbes, there is money. Hey.
To on why we more.
Hey.
How do you be coming
He's
there?
owing me.
Hey, Forbes,
You have to collect it.
I will
If it's owing you, collect it.
FORBS, FOLUI. There's a joint connection.
Yeah.
There. Congratulations. We love
Thank
this.
you.
We are saving the best for last. When this comes out officially on the 29th,
Yeah.
after midnight, we want to do a review on the album.
You need to have like 3 hours.
No, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Because we're going to have like, it's a lot of things to talk about.
Oh yes, I mean I'm itching to. I wish I could have put up track lists for people to go through, but no, we won't do that now. I want to tease you with that. So 29th, you viewers should also check it out. But we're looking forward to it. Titles, meanings, features,
Everything.
the moment, story behind the recordings. We want to understand everything in totality. We're looking
Yeah.
forward to that conversation, which will be held right here as well. So please, viewers, stick and stay with us, stay glued, and we love this. Congratulations, 3 years in hibernation for this to
Thank
happen.
you.
And still staying relevant. I don't know how you did that. It shows magic.
Because it's a lot of talents every day, and
Yes,
a lot of people
yes.
are getting creative.
And surprisingly, or if I can say maybe beautifully, your music, the old releases have been still in the works, unmatched, if I can say that.
For real.
Yeah.
Because when I wasn't dropping and I was still getting booked for shows, I was
Yeah.
performing the songs from before, because
It
there
doesn't
was
even
no
feel
new music,
old.
you know.
It doesn't feel old
True.
anytime. That's what I'm saying. That like you have a lot of
Timeless music.
guys. Yes, guys. The guy who was singing in that video when we were playing the performance, right?
MC.
Because no, not the MC. There was a guy in the crowd who
in the
was.
crowd.
Oh,
yeah, Charlie, easy.
yeah.
That's it.
Them excites part.
Yeah.
Gyakie said. Them excite.
No.
in touch up. Anyway, we know, like you said, after midnight, you spent a lot of after hours working on this, so you have to go
Yeah.
and rest.
Yeah.
We accept it. We'll definitely catch you again later in the night someday.
For sure, yeah.
We're looking forward for the release. Thank you so very much, Gyakie. We'll be dropping the trailer one more time here on the screen. It's going to be on rotation on playlist. You're definitely going to be seeing it. But I'm very certain that days to the release, you'll catch more information off Gyakie's page as well.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
this feels unreal.
Congrats.
It's done, and we're back here again tomorrow for a big conversation. So make sure you can just stick and stay. Tonight, the convo repeats at 10 p.m. tonight, so watch it. And of course, news on 1 o'clock. You definitely find more from repeats, from Gyakie on Thread.